Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see your founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Ease me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapters so you can mount it to any standard AR-15 like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shooting a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends and your enemies, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, Ford Motor Company is going to try to make a $30,000 electric truck for 18 people, probably. Well, maybe slightly more than that. Now, this is brought to us thanks to Motor1.com, specifically writer Anthony Allianz, who's a writer over there. And they say, quote, Ford is building a $30,000 electric truck. Here's everything you need to know, which, friendly reminder, Ford lost, what was it, $4.8 billion on EVs in 2024, and is on track to lose $5.2 billion on EVs in 2025, but I'm sure they'll make a profit any day now, alongside a reliable vehicle. That's funny, because they've had 110 recalls this year, and counting. But they'll get better any day now, just like the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Haha, sports pun. Haven't been good in decades, probably won't be good anytime soon. Now, going to the article, Anthony says, quote, believe it or not, Ford is adding yet another pickup to his line, this time a fully electric model. While we've seen electric trucks from Ford before, this one will be much smaller, more in line with the compact Maverick rather than the full-size F-150 Lightning. Designed to both be affordable and efficient, Ford says it will build a new truck using its all-new universal EV production system aimed at reducing costs for both the company and consumers. It's expected to start around $30,000, match the performance of the EcoBoost Mustang, and offer more interior space than Toyota RAV4, which is hilarious to think they're going to try to compare. Like, I hope Ford isn't trying to draw a comparison between the Toyota RAV4, which even in that's hybrid form is still more reliable than any Ford vehicle out there. But nevertheless, it looks like they're comparing those vehicles. I would choose a RAV4 1,000 times over the Ford EV truck. But nevertheless, they claim that, quote, Ford is also introducing a new universal EV platform for this truck and future EVs. This architecture uses 20% fewer parts and 25% fewer fasteners than the typical model, streamlining production and cutting costs. Which immediately I think, well, less fasteners, will it break sooner, like most Ford vehicles? But nevertheless, they say it's an ambitious effort, and Ford has already outlined what we can expect in the next few years. Here's everything we know about Ford's upcoming mid-sized truck. And if you want to hurt your eyes, in addition to looking at me, you can also see the rear of the truck, which, ugh. And nevertheless, they say, what will it be called? If we're lucky, Ford could receive a revived retro name for this pickup. Why to bastardize? But another thing, bastardize something from an era where something was actually reliable from Ford. Gotta go a long time ago in history, but that did happen, believe it or not. It said ahead of the truck's announcement in August, Ford filed a trademark for the Ranchero name. The original Ranchero was a two-door car-based pickup designed to compete with the Chevy El Camino. Ford also recently trademarked several other names, including the Fathom, the Fuse, the Hive, and the Mythic. While not as exciting as the Ranchero, these could be reserved for yet another vehicle built on a new EV platform. Let's hope the new truck gets a name with a little bit more character. And it says, what will it ride on? There you go. Ford's upcoming compact electric truck will be built on the company's new universal EV platform. The next generation architecture uses, again, 20% fewer parts and requires 40% fewer workstations during assembly. The truck's wiring harness alone will be 4,000 feet shorter and 22.1 pounds lighter than the previous version. That should contribute to a 15% faster production times. It's important because these things are going to sell like hotcakes. Obviously not. Say, how big will it be? Ford technically calls the new electric truck a mid-sized truck, which could be put into a similar category as the Ranger. For references, the latest Ranger is about 210 inches long, 87 inches wide, and 74 inches tall. Despite that, the new truck should be closer in size to the current Maverick. Ford claims that the pickup will offer more passenger space. Then again, they reference the Toyota RAV4 alongside a front trunk or a front with a traditional rear bed for added versatility. Again, I don't know why they're referencing the RAV4. I mean, come on. When it comes to reliability, usability, even if you need the cargo space, I would just rip out the rear seats and the RAV4 and just use that over whatever EV truck they're going to try to make. They say there's only so many ways to redesign a pickup truck, and thus far, Ford has only revealed a vague silhouette of the generic four-door truck. It's expected to combine the compact charm of the Maverick and the rugged utility of a Ranger. A rendering envisions with a truck with closed-off front grille that conceals the front, as well as the front and rear light bars connected to the headlights and taillights, design cues reminiscent of the F-150 Lightning. Now they say, what is going to power this thing? The Ford's upcoming electric truck will use advanced prismic lithium-ion phosphate batteries. LFP batteries are cheaper and more durable than traditional lithium-ion cells, though they offer lower energy density. In the Mustang, bastardized, not the real Mustang. I'm sorry, I'll put more Ford images on your screen. Say in the Mustang Mach-E, not the real Mustang, standard range, a 73 kilowatt-hour LFP battery delivers up to 260 miles of range, while Ford hasn't disclosed the truck's battery size. Revealed that the battery will double as the vehicle's structural subassembly and floor, contributing to the rigidity and packaging efficiency. And again, GM is doing a similar ideology where you're going to have the battery be a structural component of the vehicle. Which would be great when you got to replace that thing. I can't but think inevitably most of them will not be replaced. They'll be junked. They say, although not yet confirmed, the truck is expected to offer both full and dual motor configurations. Ford claims it'll be as quick as the EcoBoost Mustang, which reaches 0 to 60 in 4-second ranges, while generating more aerodynamic downforce. And I say Ford says its upcoming electric pickup truck will start around $30,000, just above the Maverick $29,840 cost, well below the midsize Ranger, which starts at $35,245. I should leave just enough room for a third truck in Ford's lineup. Currently, the truck has no direct EV competitors, but if Ford hits that $30,000 target, it could undercut most gas-powered pickups as well. For reference, a Toyota Tacoma starts at $33,185 and Chevrolet Colorado $33,595, which, yeah, let's see. If I found a vehicle that lasts 20 to 30 to 50 years, what would I get? Ford EV mini truck or a Toyota Tacoma, which granted they have one issue with their engines and they're not as bulletproof as Toyotas used to be. But again, this Tacoma is darn near bulletproof, also offers a green color option for weirdos like me, and a stick shift, also known as a manual transmission. The only truck left in the United States is the Toyota Tacoma for that option. Yeah, I would gladly, and I'm a pretty frugal guy. My shoes last years. The suit has lasted like 13 years plus. Even I would pay 10% premium for the Toyota Tacoma over the EV Ford truck. Now they say, how is it going to be built? Ford's promoting a new manufacturing approach for this truck and other upcoming vehicles, calling the Ford Universal EV Production System. And when will debut? Probably around 2027. And dude, I debate how many people are going to buy this. Maybe a couple city folk who don't care about long-term ROI. If you're maybe doing deliveries in a compact, or downtown area, maybe there's a use case there. So again, if I was a business owner in which I needed a fleet of vehicles, I would much rather have them last 20 years versus 5 to 10. So I really wonder, where in the market will this be accepted? Will it be readily adapted? Who's going to buy it? Again, I never would, but let me know in the comments. Do you think this will be a commercial success? Do you think? And again, it's just gotta give Ford credit. They're going after a new, different market. No one's doing it yet. So maybe they'll find a lot of people that want it, but I'm almost skeptical. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone, everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.